Welcome to my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Liability car insurance, cost and coverage. Well, a good car insurance policy is made up of several types of coverage. Liability car insurance is the foundation. It's required in most states, and is usually the most expensive portion of a policy. It is also a coverage you don't want to skim on. If you do not buy enough liability coverage, you could be setting yourself up for financial disaster if your car insurance cannot cover all the bills of a car accident you have caused. What is liability car insurance? Liability insurance pays others when you are at fault for a car accident that causes bodily injury or property damage. Liability insurance also pays for legal-related costs if you are sued because of a car accident. These costs include your legal defense and judgment and settlements that arise out of a lawsuit. Here are examples of when liability coverage comes into play. You are looking at your navigation system and the car in front of you. You swerve and accidentally hit someone else's car. You mistakenly hit the gas instead of the brake and crash into a neighbor fence. What does liability insurance cover? Liability car insurance covers you when you are in a car accident that results in a bodily injury or property damage to others. There are two components to liability car insurance: bodily injury or BI liability coverage. Bodily injury liability coverage has payment limits for bodily injuries to one person in a car accident and bodily injuries to more than one person in a car accident. This coverage handles medical bills and lost wages for people in another vehicle if you are at fault for the crash. Property damage or PD liability coverage. Property damage liability coverage has payment limits for property damage in any one accident that you cause. Reading liability car insurance limits. Liability car insurance has coverage limits, which is the maximum that your insurer will pay out for bodily injury and or property damage to others if you are at fault in a car accident. You can choose your liability limits. Most states require a minimum level of liability coverage, but it is usually not enough to properly protect you if you are in a crash. Liability car insurance limits are typically shown as a series of three numbers. For example, you might see it written as 1535. The first two numbers are for bodily injury coverage, and the third number is property damage coverage. For example, here's what 15 means. 15 means $15,000 of bodily injury or death coverage for one person per accident. 30 means $30,000 of bodily injury or death coverage to more than one person per accident. 5 means $5,000 of property damage coverage per accident. Liability limits of at least 100, 300, 100 are much better, and you may want even higher limits if you have a lot to lose in a lawsuit. 100, 300, 100 means $100,000 for bodily injury to one person per accident. $300,000 for bodily injury to more than one person per accident. $100,000 for property damage per accident. Remember, liability insurance pays other. It does not cover your own injuries or damage to your vehicle. And then what does not liability insurance cover? Liability insurance does not cover everything. For example, it does not pay to repair your own vehicle or replace your car if a thief steals it. Other types of car insurance can cover those issues. Here are some common types of car insurance. Collision insurance. This pays for car repair bills, minus your deductible. If you get into a car accident, no matter who is at fault for the accident, collision insurance is an optional coverage type, meaning you will have to pay more to add it to your policy. And then comprehensive insurance. This pays to repair or replace your car for problems such as floods, fires, falling objects, hail collisions with animals, vandalism, and car theft. Comprehensive insurance is an optional coverage type, and you will have to pay more to add it to your policy. Uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage. These coverage types pay medical bills and other expenses for you and your passengers if a driver without liability insurance or not enough liability insurance crashes into you. Uninsured motorist coverage is required in some states and optional in others. Personal injury protection and MedPay. These coverage types pay for medical bills and other expenses for you and your passengers, no matter who was at fault for the accident. Personal injury protection or PIP is required in some states but may be optional or not available in other states. How much does liability insurance cost? The cost of liability insurance is based on several factors, including your driving history, such as speeding tickets and other moving violations, your claims history, the amount of coverage you buy, your age. Other factors that can vary by state and company, including gender, marital status, occupations, and other and credits. The use of a credit to determine insurance rates is prohibited in California, Hawaii, Massachusetts, and Michigan. Auto insurance rates vary widely among companies because they all have their own way to calculate rates. You might be able to find the cheapest liability-only car insurance for a much better price when shopping around. That is why it is a good idea to compare car insurance quotes from several companies. And then the next discussion is about, do I need liability car insurance? Every state has some form of financial responsibility law, meaning you can pay if you or someone else driving your car causes a crash. Most drivers satisfy these requirements by purchasing car insurance. It is usually the easiest and most affordable option. If you do not want to buy liability car insurance, your state might require you to post a bond to show financial responsibility. The cost of a bond can run upward of $50,000 depending on your state. States that do not require liability car insurance. New Hampshire drivers in New Hampshire are not required to buy car insurance in many cases, but you must be able to demonstrate financial responsibility if you cause a car accident. Other instances where you will be required to buy car insurance in New Hampshire are: you are found at fault for an accident where you did not have insurance and are now required to file proof of insurance. You were convicted of driving while intoxicated or DWI and must file a proof of insurance for a minimum of 3 years. You are decertified as a habitual offender but must show proof of insurance before your car gets your license back, and you must appear at an administrative hearing for certain offenses like a demerit points and are required to purchase insurance as a condition of retaining or getting back your license. Even without an insurance requirements, paying auto insurance is a smart way to protect yourself from accident costs. If you decide to buy a policy, you need to purchase at least 25 in liability car insurance in New Hampshire. And there you can find also in Virginia, California, and so many other places that maybe they have their own rule in the region. I think that's all guys information that I can say to you. Thank you so much guys for watching. Don't forget to give like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Bye bye, see you in another video, guys.